Welcome back everyone. The ocean, vast and mysterious. It is a world teeming with life. But something is changing. Creatures are washing ashore in alarming numbers. Beaches are becoming graveyards. This is not normal. What is happening? Why are sea creatures leaving their ocean home? It's a question that haunts us. The ocean is in trouble, and its inhabitants are sending us a message. Are we listening? The ocean depths have long held our fascination. Mysterious and alluring, these vast expanses of water cover more than 70% of our planet's surface, yet we know so little about them. The deep sea is a world of its own, teeming with life forms that seem almost alien to us. From bioluminescent creatures that light up the dark waters to the colossal squids that have inspired countless myths and legends, the ocean is a treasure trove of wonders waiting to be discovered. But as we marvel at its beauty, we must also acknowledge the growing signs of distress that are becoming increasingly hard to ignore. But now, the creatures of the deep are venturing into our world. Jellyfish swarm our shores in unprecedented numbers, creating a spectacle that is both mesmerizing and alarming. These gelatinous beings, often seen as harmless drifters, are now becoming a symbol of the ocean's turmoil. Their sudden proliferation is a clear indication that something is amiss beneath the waves. Scientists are scrambling to understand the reasons behind this phenomenon, but one thing is certain: the balance of marine life is being disrupted. Whales beach themselves with increasing frequency. These majestic giants of the sea, known for their intelligence and complex social structures, are finding themselves stranded on shores around the world. Each beached whale is a tragic reminder of the changing conditions in our oceans. Marine biologists are working tirelessly to save these stranded creatures, but the root causes of their distress remain elusive. Is it pollution, noise from shipping lanes, or perhaps changes in water temperature? The answers are complex and multifaceted. Something is driving them away from their natural habitats. Fish, crustaceans, and other marine animals are abandoning the places they have called home for millennia. This mass migration is not a natural occurrence, it is a response to a rapidly changing environment. The delicate ecosystems that have sustained these creatures for so long are under threat, and the consequences are far-reaching. As these animals move to new areas, they disrupt local ecosystems, creating a ripple effect that impacts all forms of life, including humans. This is not random chance. The patterns we are observing are indicative of a larger, more systemic issue. Climate change, overfishing, and pollution are altering the very fabric of marine life. Coral reefs, often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, are bleaching and dying at an alarming rate. These vibrant underwater cities, which support a quarter of all marine species, are becoming ghost towns. The loss of coral reefs is just one example of the broader changes taking place in our oceans. It is a silent exodus, a mass departure that is happening right before our eyes, yet goes largely unnoticed by the general public. The creatures of the sea are voting with their fins, so to speak, leaving behind the only world they have ever known. This exodus is a cry for help, a desperate signal that something is terribly wrong. It is a call to action for all of us to pay attention and take responsibility for the health of our oceans. A desperate attempt to escape an invisible threat. The ocean's inhabitants are fleeing from dangers that are not immediately apparent to the naked eye. Microplastics, chemical pollutants, and rising temperatures are creating a hostile environment for marine life. These threats are insidious, often going unnoticed until it is too late. The plight of these animals is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. What happens in the ocean does not stay in the ocean, it affects us all. The very waters that sustain them are becoming their doom. Pollution is turning once pristine habitats into toxic wastelands. Oil spills, plastic debris, and industrial runoff are contaminating the water, making it uninhabitable for many species. The ocean, which has long been a source of life and sustenance, is now becoming a graveyard for its inhabitants. This tragic transformation is a wake-up call for humanity. We must act now to protect our oceans and the incredible diversity of life they support. The future of our planet depends on it. Our planet is heating up, the evidence is undeniable, and the ocean is bearing the brunt of this change. Temperatures are rising, pushing marine life to their limits. Coral reefs, once vibrant ecosystems, are bleached and dying. The delicate balance of the ocean is disrupted. As temperatures climb, creatures struggle to adapt. They are forced to seek refuge in cooler waters, closer to the surface and often closer to us. We have polluted our oceans with a scourge of plastic. Trillions of pieces of plastic litter the waves, From the surface to the deepest trenches, this plastic is choking the life out of our oceans. Turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, their stomachs filling with indigestible waste. Seabirds feed plastic to their young, their bodies slowly poisoned. The ocean is drowning in our waste. Disrupted homes. Coastal development driven by human expansion is encroaching upon vital marine habitats. As cities grow and populations increase, the demand for coastal real estate has surged. This relentless push for development is not just altering the landscape but is also having profound impacts on the delicate ecosystems that thrive in these regions. The construction of hotels, homes, and other infrastructure along coastlines is leading to the destruction of habitats that are crucial for marine life. These areas, once teeming with biodiversity, are now being replaced by concrete and steel. Mangrove forests, nurseries for countless species, are cleared for resorts and shrimp farms. These unique coastal forests act as buffers, protecting inland areas from storm surges and erosion. They also serve as vital breeding grounds for many marine species, including fish, crabs, and shrimp. The loss of mangroves not only threatens the species that depend on them, but also the livelihoods of local communities who rely on these ecosystems for fishing and tourism. The removal of mangroves for development projects is a short-sighted approach that overlooks the long-term benefits these forests provide. The ocean floor is scarred by trawling nets, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Trawling, a method of fishing that involves dragging heavy nets across the seabed, is one of the most destructive practices in the marine environment. It not only captures the target species but also indiscriminately destroys everything in its path, including corals, sponges, and other benthic organisms. The scars left by trawling can take decades, if not centuries, to heal, and the loss of these habitats can have cascading effects on the entire marine ecosystem. We are destroying the very foundations of marine life. Coral reefs, often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, are among the most diverse and productive ecosystems on the planet. They provide shelter, food, and breeding grounds for a vast array of marine species. However, activities such as coastal development, pollution, and destructive fishing practices are causing widespread damage to these fragile ecosystems. The loss of coral reefs not only affects the species that inhabit them, but also the human communities that depend on them for food, tourism, and coastal protection. The places where creatures feed, breed, and seek shelter are vanishing at an alarming rate. Marine habitats, including seagrass beds, kelp forests, and estuaries, are being degraded and destroyed by human activities. These habitats are essential for the survival of many marine species, providing food, shelter, and breeding grounds. The loss of these habitats can lead to declines in fish populations, which in turn affects the entire food web. Protecting and restoring these habitats is crucial for maintaining the health and resilience of marine ecosystems. The ocean is losing its ability to sustain life. As we continue to exploit and degrade marine environments, we are pushing many species to the brink of extinction. The cumulative impacts of overfishing, habitat destruction, pollution, and climate change are creating a perfect storm that threatens the very fabric of marine life. If we do not take urgent action to protect and restore our oceans, we risk losing not only the incredible biodiversity they support, but also the vital services they provide to humanity. The time to act is now before it's too late. Nature out of balance. The consequences of our actions are far-reaching. The delicate web of life in the ocean is unraveling. As creatures flee their homes, food chains are disrupted. Predator and prey populations fall out of balance. The ocean is a symphony of interconnectedness. Every creature plays a vital role, but the music is changing, becoming discordant and chaotic. The balance of nature is tipping. The canary in the coal mine. In the early days of coal mining, canaries were used as a safety measure. Miners would carry these small birds into the mines with them. If the canary stopped singing, it was a sign that dangerous gases were present, and the miners needed to evacuate immediately. Today, our oceans and the creatures that inhabit them serve a similar purpose. They are the canaries in the coal mine for our planet. The plight of sea creatures is a warning to us all. Sea turtles, dolphins, and countless other marine animals are struggling to survive in increasingly polluted waters. Plastic pollution, oil spills, and discarded fishing nets are just a few of the hazards they face daily. These creatures are not just victims of our negligence, they are indicators of the broader environmental crisis that threatens all life on Earth. They are the canaries in the coal mine, signaling the health of our planet. When we see seabirds scavenging on polluted beaches or fish swimming through murky, contaminated waters, it is a stark reminder of the damage we are inflicting on our environment. These scenes are not isolated incidents. They are part of a larger, more troubling pattern that affects ecosystems worldwide. Their struggle to survive is a reflection of our own. Just as these marine animals are fighting to live in a world that has become increasingly hostile, so too are we facing challenges that threaten our own survival. Climate change, pollution, and habitat destruction are not just problems for wildlife, they are problems for humanity. The health of our oceans is directly linked to the health of our planet and, by extension, our own well-being. The ocean's fate is our fate. We are inextricably linked. The oceans cover more than 70% of our planet's surface and are home to an incredible diversity of life. They regulate our climate, provide food and livelihoods for billions of people, and produce much of the oxygen we breathe. When we harm the oceans, we harm ourselves. The degradation of marine ecosystems is a clear and urgent signal that we must change our ways. The time for complacency is over. We can no longer afford to ignore the warning signs. Around the world, people are taking action to protect our oceans and the life they support. Environmental activists are leading beach cleanups, rescuing entangled marine animals, and advocating for policies that reduce pollution and protect marine habitats. These efforts are making a difference, but much more needs to be done. We must act now to protect our oceans, or risk losing them forever. The future of our planet depends on the choices we make today. By reducing our plastic use, supporting sustainable fishing practices, and advocating for stronger environmental protections, we can help ensure that our oceans remain vibrant and healthy for generations to come. The canaries in the coal mine have given us their warning. It is up to us to heed it and take action before it is too late. A shared responsibility. The responsibility to protect our oceans lies with each and every one of us. We must reduce our reliance on single-use plastics, support sustainable fishing practices, and advocate for the protection of marine habitats. Every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. Together, we can turn the tide. We can be the generation that chooses to heal our oceans, not destroy them. Turn the tide. The future of our oceans hangs in the balance. The choices we make today will determine their fate. Let us choose wisely. Let us choose to act. What steps can you take to protect our oceans? Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Let's start a conversation, raise awareness, and inspire action. The time to act is now. Subscribe for more conservation efforts for our ocean friends. Hit the like and share. Thanks always for your support. Till next time.